shots mean big wins. Go Rockets. Oh, free food. We need 3 threes. Şengün over Hartenstein, and there's Adams. Double big.
Dominant pigs that you have to match up with.
Now remember, Oklahoma City's as cut out as any team in the league to rally back from big deficits.
Well, because they can make plays defensively, and that's what scares you. So you cannot get complacent here.
And that's tapped in by Hart.
So interesting, Hartenstein, now he's guarding Şengün, so watch Adams on the glass. And for Şengün, take Hartenstein off the bounce, put him in pick and roll.
Yeah, Şengün had an awesome first half. Jab stepping, leaning into Hartenstein, and score and rolled off, but there was 4 locations in the greater Houston area. Kids ages 10 and up will work on their basketball to clinch a top 4 finish and home court advantage in the first round. Their Magic gets seed in the West. Oklahoma City has already locked up the best record in the Western Conference. Holmgren ball fake, shot, miss, and a rebound to Adams.
I mean, Şengün's got 20 so far. This has just been dominance.
Now it's Şengün on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander to Jalen Green on Jalen Williams. Back to Şengün. There's the help. There's the kick. There's the wide open shot.
And again,
that rolls off. Van Fleet gets fouled when the regular season is over. There's a steal by Gilgeous-Alexander, one of the best in the league, and he goes the length of the floor in the NBA.
And that's what you can't have is turnovers that lead to buckets.
Şengün hook shot, good, 20 buckets.
And man, there's a battery in 28's back tonight, and started with that double big lineup.
And then he's got 10 points, 5 of 6 shooting.
And here's the difference with Houston's double bigs is they're on there to rebound, they're on there to score. They're just not out there as defenders, and that's the big difference in the league.
Back to Şengün, one-on-one with Hartenstein. Now to Van Vliet up top. The 3 is on its way. And it's no good. Hartenstein comes back to rip the rebound away. He's also 7th in the league in rebounding is Isaiah Hartenstein. Out of Chet Holmgren. And he makes another 3.
Test from Houston's guards.
34% on the season is Chet. And he got... Jalen on Jalen. And it's blocked by Jalen, picked up by Jalen. There goes Jalen, misses. Hartenstein dunks it back.
Again, that's something that you don't want to see.
It is NBA debut in October of 2018 against New Orleans while with Houston. 7 straight now for Oklahoma City. Born in Dallas, former Gatorade, Texas. Player of the year as a senior. 2 on Green. Now up top to Van Vliet. To Şengün just inside the 3-point line. And he makes the jumper.
Right in.
That's 24 for Şengün. Holmgren, the ball fake, the reset, the shot, and another 9 straight game, which is one of the longest streaks in the last 30 seasons. Jalen Green in the air, switches, missed, tapped in. Steven Adams and Jalen.
Answer because Holmgren loves to roam and block shots amongst hitting 3-pointers. And right when he leaves, you get the bigs from Houston right there.
Corner, Adams the rebound, the outlet to Green. Green on Holmgren on the other side. Holmgren swats it away.
Talk about his ability to block shots, man. He's got a lot of length.
A lot. Wallace on Van Vliet into the lane. Too strong on the bank.
The best thing Houston's done is Şengün has gotten into the body of Holmgren, and then you saw Adams come behind him and clean up glass.
Şengün spinning, loses the handle, scooped up by Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Comes into the front court. Oh, how about that wrap around to Wallace, but he can't get off a shot into Williams. It does, and he scores.
You get Oklahoma City in the open court, man, they do not let up.
Double-double. Steven Adams 2 points away from 1 for him. Şengün set the screen, missed 3, long rebound right to Jalen. Works baseline, and Holmgren with another.
Do we call it small? What do we call this lineup? We hadn't seen it.
It's certainly their small ball look with Smith as the small ball 5 in, does to Van Vliet. Slips by Gilgeous Alexander, and believe it or not, that ended not easy to score again.
When you run line, that's a late look that you're supposed to look at. Excellent execution.
Williams got by Tate.
Good as Shea is, I mean, Jalen Williams is a dog, man.
He's got 20. He's their leading scorer. There's Eason to Smith. Good ball movement to Tate up top for three.
That is great lather and ready to go anytime he's on the court.
2 threes for Tate. Knocked away by Smith. Picked up by Eason. He'll look to take it himself. No, he won't. Threads it over in the corner to Green. The reset loses Williams. Misses the shot.
Oh, man, near highlight there. But you like how Houston sped things up with this small lineup.
Holmgren crashes into Tate, and that is
Fight and togetherness and game plan discipline you want to see from Houston.
Van Vliet spinning on Caruso. Tate into the lane, stripped away by Wallace, stolen by Wallace. Now to Caruso, through 2, throws it up, missed it, rebound Eason.
Look how physical the drives are from Houston. They watched film and you kind of see the bumps.
Contact there, a bump. The third, his first is up and good, and now a word for
On the matches for matches from.
and he bounces in the second, so at the line. Oklahoma City 7 of 8.
Good answer from Houston, and Ime went small, and he sped things up because Oklahoma City is trying to pick up their pace in this second half.
And that was a great pass. Caruso just took his eyes off of it.
Ain't tricking if you got it, Craig.
Eason on Gilgeous Alexander. Missed it, got his own miss, had it rejected away by Williams. Wallace tried to throw it off a Tate. Pinballs around, scooped up by Caruso.
Got to
They
match
have
up.
5, the Rockets have 4. Easton slow to recover. Behind the back of Williams again, and he lays it up.
Stay square on those guys. They're too disciplined and too talented of ball handlers.
22 for Williams. He's averaging 20.
Look at the respect. That's
game
a
against
trap.
the Rockets this year, averaged 21 a game against the Rockets last year. So consistent against Houston. Watch out for Gilgeous Alexander. Here comes Van Vliet to a wide open Jae'Sean Tate. Another 3.
I work on my game, and I know how important this is.
And the Reef to step up. They need him tonight, and man, was he right.
I'm sure he watches a lot of Rockets basketball and knew that he's the guy that Coach Ime Udoka trusts.
Got to get him on the pregame show to analyze these games.
Absolutely. We got to get you to remember his name first.
Oh,
I guess
man.
you could say he's your guy, Craig.
If I knew his name, he'd be my guy, and I feel so bad. I cannot.
No, that does not qualify.
But
He could be your guy if you don't know his name.
He was adamant about how much of an important role that Jae'Sean Tate was going to play here tonight. He was 100% correct. 100% correct.
Craig, I think we appreciate how you never turn off. You're always in go mode, man.
14-footer.
I'm smalls, man, and it's been pretty good here the way that Ime has put out a game plan to attack Oklahoma City.
Yeah, the Rockets now going more traditional with Şengün back on the floor, but that small lineup after the Thunder had cut their initial 23-point deficit to within 12. They went 12-4 against the Thunder and pushed it right back to 20. Good stuff. But again, I caution, long way to go. Şengün on Holmgren, spins on him, throws it up, and tried to follow that miss.
I just like how aggressive he is with Holmgren. That's what it's got to be.
Now to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Rockets have done a really good job defensively on him, as tough as that is.
He's beat him up, and he worked with Rockets legend Sam Cassell since his rookie year on developing those same moves we're seeing in his MVP season.
Smith working baseline and tried to find a cutting Tate, but the pass was not quite on the mark. SGA in the open floor right to the rim, so that's a couple.
The ball, keep it high, and just score over Wallace. Simplify your game. He's that good.
He's averaging 36 against the Rockets this season is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Averaged 33 against them last year.
That's what Houston can't do, is give up the fast break buckets. Make Oklahoma City have to work.
Look at the Rockets crash the offensive glass, but two guys converge. That was Şengün and Eason, but neither of which ultimately came up with the ball. Here's Wiggins into the lane, throws up a shot. Got the Fossil Fury villain of Hot Wheels. It's not quite 40. I am in my, believe it or not.
Just saying, big fella, if you get some tickets
That's
there,
incredible, though.
I'd like to be there.
Hot Wheels trucks, monster trucks.
Yeah, wedge action
now.
here for Şengün.
Here's Van Vliet, and he ends what was a 6-0 run